I think that I've always been like a little bit too relaxed about the speed at which I need to be making forward progress, and I think I've been a little bit too like going back and crossing T's and dotting I's and figuring out exactly which faucet I want in the men's bathroom and so on, and so things that were actually not really germane to the product I was trying to create or the company I was trying to create.
So you sweated a lot of details, and now you've learned, hey, the detail that matters is what?
Is that imaginary conversation between you and the customer about the product. Right?
Oh, explain that.
The customer, the product. It's that three-way. It's just like at every point, imagine that you're sitting on a little rug that you've set out in the marketplace in the center of town, and you have one product on the rug in front of you, and somebody is talking to you about that product. And they're saying, I don't like Boston lettuce. Do you have another kind of lettuce?
And you're worrying about the faucet.
Yeah.
In the bathroom.
Yeah, and you're sitting there thinking about almost anything else other than, am I talking to a customer about the product? And to be fair, we've always done that, and we were excellent, all the way back to the beginning of Fog Creek and Fogbooks days. We definitely did that. But I sort of thought, all right, I'm building a company for the ages. I'm going to figure out exactly how we're going to do invoices, and we're going to have the best purchasing system, and we're going to have an amazing coupon system so we can generate coupons and email them to people, and kind of a lot of peripheral stuff that I probably spent too much of my time working on and maybe should have either delegated or not really cared about.
Almost like in business and being a great entrepreneur, getting to the essence, right? Getting to the moment that matters.
There's something, every entrepreneur falls in love with the idea of entrepreneurship and of starting a business and the trappings of starting a business. And so the moment at which you order your first swag, your first t-shirt with a logo, or even why do you even have a logo? Who designed it? Why did you spend any time at all on the logo before you had at least a customer paying you money? And once you had a customer paying you money, why didn't you have a really terrible logo for the first 2 years that later, when you have 19 graphic designers, they can redesign it all they want?
It's really interesting. I've thought a lot about this. Interesting that you came to one of these similar conclusions, because I think a lot when I'm thinking about this event, about this moment and their experience in relation to this moment, and I just had this like epiphany, like I'm always talking to my team about, let's make this moment, me, the guest, and this audience member, like let's really focus on making that a beautiful moment. And I think
it's always going to be, and it's always about the actual like content. It's like, what are we saying? Are we reaching somebody? Are we saying something that will ring true to them? Is it working? And there's a lot of details you can get right and you can get wrong, and it definitely helps if you get all the details right. But I mean, it's fun to sit around and think about, every single little detail. And I mean, the launch conference is, everything is perfect. I mean, I don't know if those of you sitting in the back seats don't realize that those of us that sit in the front seats have a menu that we can order from.
Yeah, that's the VIP seats. You can order from a
really
menu.
Nice.
Details matter, but at the essence of the product matters so much more.
Yeah, but it's really like what somebody says on stage, and whether, at the launch festival, it's the demos and the companies that you show people.
Hey everybody, let's take a moment to thank my friend Scott Walker from the Walker Corporate Law Group. They are a boutique law firm specializing in the representation of entrepreneurs and startups. And they encourage fixed fees. They believe that billable hours reward inefficiency, so they will give you a fixed fee to form your companies, do merger and acquisitions, licensing agreements, terms of service, privacy policies, all that important stuff that you need to get dialed in perfectly for your startup. And their lawyers have 10 to 20 years of experience each. No junior associates getting on the job training with your startup. No, they're all pros over there. And if you want to talk to the founder, Scott Walker, you can call him directly, 415-979-9998. 415, that's the area code here in San Francisco, 979-9998. Or you can email scott@walkercorporatelaw.com, scott@walkercorporatelaw.com, or visit walkercorporatelaw.com. Again, call him 415-979-9998. He is a great guy. He's been around for years, coming to all of our events and supporting everything we do. And he is a real mensch, a great attorney, and he's got a great team over there. A lot of my startups use the Walker Corporate Law Group and have had a great experience. Go ahead and follow @ScottEdWalker on Twitter too. He loves to get new followers, and it's awesome when you guys thank the partners for supporting independent media like This Week in Startups. Okay, let's get back to this program.